Hello, everybody. My name is Chris Alemany. This is the alberniweather.ca podcast. Welcome. Lots to talk about today. Number one, I want to thank you all for your patience with the website, not just this week when I was moving it over to a new server, but for the past, few months when it has been slow, unreliable, up and down constantly. It's been really annoying, actually, for me, and I'm sure it's been annoying for you too. So it's on a brand new server, super fast, a little more expensive, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to be able to handle pretty much anything that I can throw at it. So that's really great. If you have any worries or questions about the website or if something's not working for you, please let me know. But it should be in a much better state now. Okay, so looking at the weather, we can see it is minus 2.3 in Port Alberni right now. So it got super chilly overnight. It was beautiful, clear. If you saw the stars were out in full force last night. There was some nice morning star this morning. I think probably Venus. But yeah, it was out this morning before sunrise. Super nice over top of Mount Arrowsmith. But yeah, it was a really nice couple days, and it's going to be nice for family day or at least family weekend. Little bit of mix of cloud and rains, along with some potential sunny bits through the weekend. So today we're looking at sun and clouds. You can see in the forecast, it'll be a little windy, and that's going to make it chilly tonight for sure. So you'll want to bundle up for that. Um, Tomorrow, Saturday, it'll be mostly cloudy, but there will be some rain. So if you saw the post from yesterday, you'll know that there's going to be some rain coming in on Saturday evening. And we'll see that. So I'm just going to go look at that just to see how the forecast is shaping up. If that's changed at all, let's go to the high resolution here and we'll look at the precipitation 3 hours. So we can see we're nice and clear today. And then we have some precipitation coming onto the island um, tonight, but it will mostly stick to the north side of the island. So that's why you don't see it in the forecast for Port Alberni. Um, Early Saturday. It's coming onto the island, but there will be some on the west coast. So if you're headed out to Tofino and Ucluelet for the weekend, expect rain on Saturday. If you're in Port Alberni or you're on the east coast of the island, it should stay dry for Saturday morning. And then Saturday evening might come over into Port Alberni. But for the most part, that moisture is going to stay in on the west side of the island, at least according to these models. If it does make it over into Port Alberni and the east side, it will be pretty light. So it shouldn't be too bad, but it will probably feel a little chilly. Sunday, so this is Sunday morning. Let me just make this a little bigger here. There we go. So Sunday morning, we can see there's a little bit more precipitation. It's very light over the island on Sunday morning. Might not even fall as rain. It might just be cloudy. But you can see there's some rain in Vancouver, just on the border there, and down in Victoria as well. So expect some rain down there Sunday morning. It clears up a little bit Sunday afternoon. So that's good. That's the end of this model. I'm just going to go back here and we can look at the forecast into Monday. And we'll make it bigger here. So this is the forecast that'll allow us to look a little further. So there's Saturday. Again, you can see mostly it is on the west side of the island. It comes over maybe a little bit into Port Alberni, although the high resolution model disagreed with this. Didn't have any precipitation in Port Alberni, but you can see the east side of the island is pretty much all dry on Saturday. So maybe a little bit gets into Port Alberni, but for the most part, it'll be just on the west side. So Sunday, we could see it clearing up. Sunday and moving into Sunday afternoon, just some light showers over the island, more precipitation over on the mainland in the Fraser Valley, but pretty light everywhere. And it looks on Saturday eve or Sunday evening that we dry out again. So into Monday, Monday looks nice. We can see there's some northerly winds here, so we should dry out and see the sun as well on Monday. It will come up. There is some moisture coming up from the south on Monday. So Victoria, Monday afternoon, might see a little bit of rain. And then it sort of dissipates as soon as it gets onto the island. So whether this actually turns into rain on Monday afternoon, in Port Alberni and maybe a little bit on the East Coast, it looks very weak. So I don't think it's going to amount to much. Either way, none of this is going to amount to a whole lot of rain. If we look at the accumulation, well, let's just look at the snowfall here just to see if there's any of this is expected to fall as snow. Some of it should fall as snow on the high elevations, but probably only really at the highest. So here we're starting today, Friday. We can see that rain in gray coming onto the island, very light, a little stronger Saturday morning on the west side. There's some snow in the mountains, but only at the very top of the mountain here. This is Mount Arrowsmith there. That's Strathcona Park. So you can see it's really the freezing level is quite high, and it looks like it gets higher. That freezing level rises as we get into Saturday afternoon. So not much of this is going to fall as snow at all. And then that's the end of Saturday into Sunday, no snow. Looking into Monday, um, no no snow there either. So it looks like this is going to be pretty much just a light rain event on the island. So I don't expect this to help the snowpack much at all. Okay, on that note, let's talk about the snowpack. Hey, look, I can click on my website and it comes up right away. Woohoo! So let's go to the River Forecast Center and let's check out the snow conditions. Here we go. So this is good. So this is the snow conditions commentary released yesterday. So I'm just going to read this out for you. So it says above normal temperatures were recorded across BC at the start of February. By mid-month, temperatures lowered to seasonal values. Overall, precipitation was limited for the first half of the month, with most regions below normal. So this is all of BC. Seasonal to slightly above seasonable precipitation totals were measured in the south interior. Most automated snow weather stations across the province are below the median level for February 15th. The notable exceptions are the two forest car stations in the Stikine. So that's northwest BC. The provincial average on February 15th is 63% of median, decreasing from 66 on February 1st. So in the past couple weeks, we've lost a percent there. A provincial composite graph of all automated stations with long-term record is available here. Let's click on that. There we go. So this is the full BC picture. We can see the maximum the 90th percentile that we would see for snow water in the BC snowpack. So that's the maximum. This is from 1988 to 2024. We can see last year we were fairly low, below the median. The median is the white line there, so that's the average, if you want to call it that, that we would see. And we can see this time for this time of year, pretty much throughout this season, this year has been below the lowest amount, the minimum amount. So we are extremely low for BC as a whole. And I suspect that if they were to do one of these graphs for Vancouver Island, that we would be probably even lower than this on a basis of close to the average. So so the snowpack is very, very low. The Fraser River Basin, it says, I'll just keep this. The Fraser River Basin stations average 62% for February 15th, decreasing from 66. Regions that have improved the most since February 1st include South Thompson, East Kootenay, Okanagan, and Boundary. Many regions have dropped relative to February 1st. Largest is Upper Fraser, Nechako, North Thompson, Peace, Skeena, Liard, and Stikine. March 1st snow, water, and supply bulletin is scheduled to be released on Friday, March 8th. The bulletin offers a more detailed and comprehensive summary. Okay, so they don't actually mention Vancouver Island at all in that commentary, which is a bit of a bummer. It's always nice to see where we might be. But let's look at the data here. That's super small. So we should be in the middle here. Oops, sorry. We should be in the middle. Do that. There. So Fraser, Thompson, Upper Columbia, West Kootenay. Where are we here? Again, Vancouver Island. There we go. Okay, so Wolf River is the North Island station. Jump Creek is just near Nanaimo Lakes. Same with Heather Mountain upper, and Mount Arrowsmith is obviously near Mount Arrowsmith, and that's the one that has the webcam on it that you can see on my webpage. So if we go to the end here, so let's just look, see what the dates are. So we have February 1st, February 8th, February 15th. So if we look down, I believe this, make sure that's the right one. Oh, goodness. You know what? I'm going to take this out here, there, just so it doesn't do that on me again. So let's go look at it. Should be this one. Yes, okay. So this is 15th, 5th, and 1st. Right? No, 15th, 8th, and 1st. So for the Wolf River station, it's gone up 1%. So that's good since the February 1st. At least it's staying, it's staying put. So that's good. The other ones, this is the, so yeah, see, look at Jump Creek. So Nanaimo Lakes, Jump Creek is 0. That's, yeah, wow, look at that. So you can see how earlier in the season it got up to, it got some snowpack there, got up to 60%, and then it just all melted away. Then we got a little bit more in January, and it is gone again. So that's really concerning. That's got to be concerning for the Nanaimo Lakes watershed. And these guys, so this is around the same location as Jump Creek, but I think a little higher elevation. 28, 23, 21. So you can see all the way back to January, we got that that cold snap, and we got some snow, brought it up to 41%. But it is down towards 20% now, so not looking good. Monroe Smith doesn't look too bad, at least. It's gotten a little bit of snow since February, so those recent rains that we got did fall as snow in that area, at least near Monroe Smith. So it is at 40%. So that's at least positive. But man, that Jump Creek, that's really concerning. You can see overall, so the overall picture for Vancouver Island, we topped out at, well, you have to go all the way back. What is this? 1,000. If we go all the way to this 89%, what is that? That's November. Yeah. So we can see, we had the most snow on the island, really was back in November, and it has decreased ever since as a total for the island. So in January, we managed to go up from about 30% up to 43 percent, and now we're moving back down again. So we're down to 29% on the island as a whole. So it's really just the North Island, the Strathcona area station that is still good, still has, half of the normal amount of snow. Um, the lower southern island one down by Nanaimo Lakes is at 40%. Jump Creek, 0. Yeah, that's really, really concerning. Gotta say. Why don't we, just so you can see where those are, why don't we go back here? So yeah, that puts this into perspective, eh? So look at this. We're at what is this? About 400 snow water equivalent millimeters. Yeah, so about 400, and the median for the province is about 600. So not quite, just over half the amount. So Vancouver Island is definitely below even this for what we're expecting to have. So we're less than half what we expect. Let's look at I'm gonna go back here. Let's look at the map, just so you can get an idea of where those stations are. It's a very busy map. Oh, this might be the wrong map. Let's see. Yes. No, I don't remember where I saw that before. I thought it was in this one, but let's just look again and see if I can bring it up. Maybe it's in a layer here. Oh, there. Perfect. Okay. So if we go and look, so this guy up here, that's the Wolf River. So you can see it is near Gold River, right in the Strathcona. So that's north, right? That's North Vancouver Island. They get more snow up there for sure. This is the Mount Arrowsmith station. So this is the station that has the webcam on it. And if we look at the numbers, so this is Wolf Creek is 55%. That's up here. 40% here is this one, Mount Arrowsmith. And then we have Jump Creek. Jump Creek is actually the one that was there before. That is a long-term station. So for it to have nothing there is really concerning. So you can see it is near just north of Cowichan Lake. I believe it's in the, I'll just see if I can get rid of this. There, that's better. Yeah, you can see here's the Nanaimo River, and the Nanaimo Lakes are up here. So that's basically looking at that area. So that is, yeah, just north of Cowichan Lake. So Jump Creek is the one that is 0. And that's the longest term one. Um, this guy, Heather Mountain, so that is at the north end of Cowichan Lake, the northwest end of Cowichan Lake. So you can understand why it has a little more snow in there. It's a little more protected. It's definitely at the high point of the valley there. Um, but the elevation is what? Elevation is 1,100 meters, whereas Jump Creek is, oh, it's also 1,100 meters. So it's actually pretty much, it's only 30 meters higher than the Jump Creek station. So that tells you, the conditions at Jump Creek, as far as its exposure to warm air. That just tells you how much warmer it is. And this Heather Mountain station obviously is a little more protected at the head of the lake there. So it gets a little more snow. Yeah, that's really concerning. I thought that Jump Creek was lower elevation than this one, but it's not. They are essentially the same. Let's look at Mount Arrowsmith. Mount Arrowsmith is 1,400 meters, so that's definitely a little higher. That explains why it is definitely a higher amount. But I mean, still, it is still less than half the expected amount. So that's at 1,400 meters. And then Wolf Creek is at 1,400 meters. So Wolf Creek and Arrowsmith are essentially the same elevation. So the difference is just location. One's North Vancouver Island, one's South Vancouver Island, south of Mount Arrowsmith. And then the other two are a little lower elevation, 1,100 meters. That really speaks to, how that snow level is just not as low as it used to be. The Jump Creek station especially is toast. So yeah, that's concerning. But I hope that helps explain it a little bit. Other than that, I just go back to Alberni weather here. I want to make sure that yeah, no, I don't think I have anything else for you today. That'll probably do it. I hope that was helpful and informative. I hope you have a great Family Day weekend. Thank you for watching. This is the alberniweather.ca podcast. Please share wherever you like, wherever you would like to tell people about this podcast. Feel free to share it. And please do like and subscribe on YouTube on the channel. And thanks again. Have a great day. Have a great weekend.